Welcome back to Movie Dumpster, Season 9, Episode 4. Today we're talking about Disorderlies from 1987, directed by Michael Schultz. And today we're talking about how the Fat Boys went from hip-hop artists to comedy movie stars. I'm Joel Escola.
And I'm Sean O'Rourke.
Welcome to the Dumpster. Stick 'em, ha ha ha, stick 'em, stick 'em, ha ha ha, stick 'em.
That just happened.
It definitely happened. You don't remember that one?
I am not a Fat Boys fan.
You're not a Fat Boys fan.
I honestly thought you just pulled that out of nowhere. I was kind of impressed. I didn't know how to react. That was my reaction. But that's the Fat Boys.
It's from the song "Stick 'Em."
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I am now a fan after kind of I was just saying engulfing myself. I guess I'll become one of the Fat Boys myself. I'll eat up all the Fat Boys information in preparation for this.
That was like their big quote. That was like their that was their thing. That's what they did. They did a whole swatch ad we'll talk about.
I get it. Okay, yeah, the gun. Yeah, it's all clicking now. I've listened to enough Wu-Tang Clan that it's like at least that part I'm getting it. I'm gonna pick that pizza up and I don't know if I'm gonna put it down.
Literal hip-hop giants.
Right. The one guy, Buffy, the main guy, apparently I read is one of the godfathers of beatboxing, hence why you open the episode like that.
He's the human beatbox,
human
dude.
Beatbox.
Yeah, man.
Him and that other guy from Men in Black 2. I forget his name. He's also a very famous hip-hop
The post guy?
Yeah.
Is it Biz Markie?
Oh, it might have been actually.
Why do I don't know why
with the beatbox.
I don't know why that just like popped in my head.
You might be right. We'll look it up.
But before we get into the Dominoes and the Diet Coke, if you want some more Movie Dumpster content, you can head over to patreon.com/Movie Dumpster. You can get an ad-free audio version of the show for only $2 a month. You can also get some great stuff at the $5 and $10 tiers. We also have a YouTube membership program where you can also get some of the stuff you get from Patreon, except the physical items you can only get there. So if that's something you want to do, help support your favorite show.
But if you're watching here on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe if you're not already, and share it with your friends. Get the word out on the show. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast app, leave us at 5 stars and write a review if you got the time. Even a sentence helps. Anything to let us know what you like about the show and to get it out to more people, into more eardrums, eyeballs, and everything in between.
Yeah, man. Reviews don't cost a dime, but if you want to spend a little scratch, you can head over to MovieDumpsterPodcast.com. We got hats, shirts, stickers, all kinds of good stuff. Help support your favorite show. But yeah, man, Disorderlies. I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say this is the first time you saw this movie.
Well, based on how this episode opened, yes. I did find out this was like their second or third movie, but yeah, I was very unfamiliar with it. Yeah. I will say that
Crush Groove was first.
Okay. The cover, I definitely had seen this cover many times, VHS cover, the movie poster, if you will, of them running with this old guy in the wheelchair.
It's fucking so good.
Just never hit play on it on the streaming apps. That's mostly where I've seen it. I haven't talked about it in a long time. I wasn't one of those guys, like most of you folks watching the show, or Joe himself. I wasn't always going down the aisles at Blockbuster, A to Z Video, at least for movies. I was looking for video games, but the streaming services, they definitely will put this one in front of me a lot. So they were trying to get me to watch it for a while.
Is it streaming?
Yeah, that's what I watch it on. Actually,
no
Tubi
shit.
has it
it's
right
on
now.
Tubi. Oh, fantastic.
Well, clearly, though, Joe, you have the record, you got the VHS, the DVD, the T-shirt. You're a big fan. You've been talking about these guys for a while now.
Yeah. So I first saw this when I was a kid. So this came out in my birth year as well. So 87 is when it came out.
Your mom, Joe, came out. The Disorderlies came out.
I was beatboxing out of the womb. But yeah, man, I'm pretty sure I saw this movie on cable, and I just fell in love with it, dude. It's one of those. There's something about the Fat Boys that has this charm to it. They're
joyful.
They're my people. I would hang out with these guys. Like
I used to be sitting there with the Diet Coke, regular Coke, whatever, any kind of Coke, and those fucking pizzas. Hand me a slice. I was getting hungry.
They were huge when I was a kid still, like even into the early 90s, right? And that's how I kind of listened to the music, and that's how I saw the movie and stuff like that. And I had just grown up with them. And of course, if you know the Fat Boys, most people know the Fat Boys probably through Nightmare on Elm Street 4, which is when they did the Are You Ready, Are You Ready for Freddy?
That's what the shirt's from. See, I hate that fucking movie, so I never really did any deep research on it.
Yeah, but I mean, that's they did a whole music video.
We probably talked about it. Did we do that with Tony from Hack the Movies?
We didn't.
Part 4?
We never talked about Dream Master, no.
Okay.
We did 5.
5, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's one to come back to eventually, even though I hate it. Maybe come back to it.
So 4 is when the Fat Boys did the song 4, and they had a music video for it.
Freddy's in the video, not just the T-shirt.
Freddy's in the fucking video. Motherfucker, Robert Englund raps in the song. How could you never heard this before?
I don't remember it. I'm going to see it by the time this comes out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay ready, 'cause know who's back? Freddy.
You know, they have this kind of style, right, where it's almost like they like work a lot of humor into the way that they rap and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's hip hop at the end of the day. Like, it's less about like, you know, robbing people and killing people and shooting people. It's not like gangster rap.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's like goofy almost,
sure,
you know. They're talking
yeah.
about like eating fucking hamburgers and shit.
Well, in the 80s, there was definitely more of a spread of topics. I feel like the 90s, they went hardcore on the gangster rap. But yeah, 80s, you had stuff like this. I mean, I'm going to say Ice-T obviously went in that direction. But
Yeah.
if you listen to like
Or like
Power,
NWA, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Ice-T's Power, like, is definitely, I feel like, more this style of hip hop where this style was more prevalent.
Yeah.
Run DMC.
Run DMC, Houdini,
MC
Hammer, shit like that, yeah. Before we dive deep into the Fat Boys, I do want to highlight the director, Mike Schultz.
Yeah.
Because he's a pretty famous black director, actually. He did Honey Baby, which is like a black female lead action movie that's not necessarily like full blaxploitation because it's like PG or some shit like that.
Okay.
Like, it's kind of like it's more like a comedy thing. But he also he's known for like a lot of black comedies too, like Cooley High. I don't know if you've ever seen. I doubt you've seen that.
I have not seen it, but I did when I looked it up. I'm familiar with it at least.
Richard Pryor stuff like Grease Lightning, and there was another one that I forgot the name of. But he also did the original Car Wash, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band,
Which is crazy to me.
which is nuts to me because that's like the Bee Gees doing like Beatles songs. It's
yeah,
fucking
that's a weird movie.
That's a weird fucking movie.
I haven't seen that in forever.
Yeah. Bustin' Loose, The Last Dragon.
The Last Dragon's a classic.
Yeah. He also did Livin' Large and Crush Groove, which is the movie he did before Disorderlies with the Fat Boys. And that has fucking everybody in it.
I saw that.
Sheila E. is in that. Run DMC is in that.
Now, is that more of a historical thing or is that also comedy?
It's like...
I just looked at the poster. I didn't do any research.
Well, it's a
beyond
comedy, but it's also like a commentary on the music industry.
Okay.
And like Crush Groove is like a record label that this guy starts, and then like he gets all these famous rappers at the time, like hip hop rappers, to be on the label.
Oh man, I might watch that.
Yeah, it's
then.
pretty
That
good.
sounds
I like it.
Okay. He also did The Jerk 2, which I didn't even know existed. I'm like, all right, Jerk 2, sure.
I'm good on that.
I think we all are.
But he also directed a Fat Boys video and a Sheila E. video, so like that's how he's kind of with them too, like not just Crush Groove, but also
he had to have directed more than one. I read, especially he literally does one in this movie. So they must have been working together on and off for a few years. They like working with this guy. Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. And you got to understand, like, I mean, this is '87, but like earlier, you know, hip hop was just like taking off in like the early '80s. It was kind of like an underground thing.
A lot of people look down on it because the way that they do the engineering and everything.
Right. And how they sample shit and all that kind of stuff. But then, like, you know, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But, like, we'll talk about MTV and how hip hop kind of, you know, slingshots into the public eye and all that kind of shit.
I still have to laugh at Vanilla Ice. Still, for this many years, it's just like, yeah, he was sampling the fucking Queen song. Why did he get... I mean, there's a lot more you could say about that guy, but I'm just saying that song, I don't know why he was ridiculed for that. Everyone was fucking doing that shit at the time. It was actually a pretty good song.
Whether he's being cheeky or not, I always remember that, like, fucking... I think it was
he
like
had that interview.
I love the 80s interview or whatever, and he's like, it goes ding, 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 ding. There's an extra ding in there. And it's like, get the fuck
He's
out
probably
of here,
just sick of
man.
explaining, and he's like, fuck these reports, and that's the one that got picked up by everyone.
Yeah. Fucking stupid.
Oh,
Ninja Rap. That's all I got to say about
Ninja
that.
Rap. Yeah, that was his fucking. That's what he got.
There's a I don't know who
His
else.
penance.
I don't know who else has burned him, but Del the Funky Homo Sapien has a fucking great like diss track.
I mean, he's
for
got that
him.
whole fucking movie that we still want to cover at some point. What the hell?
Cool as Ice.
Cool as
Yeah,
Ice.
just well, I don't know.
I haven't seen it in forever.
I don't know.
but
You don't really like B movies, Sean.
I
So I don't
don't.
know.
I
I don't know if you're gonna like it.
I don't like it. I watched it like 15 years ago. I remember not liking it, but I know you like it, so I'm willing to talk about it.
I like it in a funny
All right,
funny way.
I'd be willing to rewatch. I remember watching. Whenever I did watch it, it wasn't like I was actively getting mad at it. It was just like, wow, this is kind of fucking silly, ain't it?
That's why we watch
yeah,
these
yeah,
movies
yeah.
because they're silly, you know.
Well, sometimes that doesn't always happen. Sometimes I'm watching these movies and you think that's my reaction, but I'm actively the steam's coming out of my fucking ears. I can't help it.
And just real quick, this was written by Mark Feldberg and Mitchell Klebanoff.
Yes.
And both of these fucking guys, their claim to fame is for writing Beverly Hills Ninja together.
And that's like the only other thing they did together. They
That's
were
it.
like, shit, we got to get back together. There's a bunch of jokes we used in this third Fat Boys movie that we just are going to reuse because they straight up do. And like, I love Beverly Hills Ninja. I fucking bought the Blu-ray the day it came out because it was like unavailable for a long time.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's funny.
Want to cover it on this show.
Yeah,
and
we
I
should.
will talk about all the shit from this movie that they reused. Because there's at least 2 or 3 like literal shot-for-shot scenes. I don't know how the director of Beverly Hills Cop, or Ninja, excuse me, was just okay with it, but they are way funnier jokes, in my opinion, in that movie than this movie.
Maybe they didn't see Disorderlies.
Oh, what, the other people working on it, you
they're
mean?
Like,
the director?
Oh, this is really actually kind of funny. Where'd you get this from?
Michael and Mitchell, they went back. They just broke out the old script.
They took the Disorderly script and just wrote it.
Chris Farley and Chris Rock are here now. Whatever. It's funny that is a piece of trivia because what did I just say? I love that movie.
So funny, man. So yeah, let's get to the actual Fat Boys and kind of their mark that they've made on pop culture. So let's do that. So we got the Fat Boys. We got Prince Marky D, we got Cool Rock Ski, and we got Buff Love.
Buffy in this movie.
Buffy, yeah. Or the Human Beatbox is his other name that he goes by. Respectively, Prince Marky D is Mark Morales, Cool Rock Ski is Damon Wembley, and Buff Love Human Beatbox is Darren Robinson. They're Brooklyn kids, man. They were just hanging in Brooklyn, doing their thing, doing the hip-hop thing.
And they kind of remind me of, I know you're talking about the real life situation, but they make me think of Cheech and Chong a lot in this portrayal they have in these movies of like, it's the real life people, like how they really are, but it's also like amplified for the movie.
They're just like kind of comedy. They're kind of lovable goofballs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just having a good time. And they're young ass kids, you know what I mean?
Seriously, like early 20s, right?
Yeah, something like that. Well, in 87, they were early 20s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So we're talking like 17-ish, like when they get like picked up.
Oh, when they got picked up.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
right?
so in 83, this producer, Charles Stetler, who was like this, he was like this Swedish producer guy, that comes into play a little bit when I get into it.
Oh, okay.
So he owned Tin Pan Apple Records, right? And he did a hip-hop talent contest in New York that he got sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Damn.
Which
no wonder Coke's in this so much.
Yeah, which was pretty fucking cool. It was a talent contest for hip-hop artists through all the boroughs of New York City. And the Disco 3 ended up winning the contest from Brooklyn.
That was the original name, I guess?
The original name was the Disco 3. So this guy, Stettel, ended up becoming their manager and did a European tour with them. Again, he's got the Swedish ties because he's like, I think he's like half Swedish or like is Swedish and like came to America and like whatever. I don't really know the whole story on that guy.
Yeah.
He does a European tour with them that's pretty successful. And on the tour, he's like encouraging them to eat more, to get fatter, to gain weight.
Wow, I instantly want to go back in time and shoot this guy in the face.
Yeah, so
I mean, that's kind of their career, but
so they're playing
not great advice.
They're playing clubs and shit, and they're not getting out till like midnight and like not getting into the hotel till 2 a.m. So they're eating shit like McDonald's and Burger King and shit because that shit's open late. But he's like actively encouraging them to gain weight because when they come back, he has like a party to reveal their new name, which is the Fat Boys.
Oh, so they weren't even called that yet?
No, they were still Disco 3. Yeah, they were still Disco 3, man.
He's like, oh, well, so if they lose weight, they're the skinny boys, but I'm going to make them gain weight.
So he's concocting this as they're on this tour.
Oh, my God.
Right? Because, like, that, I guess that was part of the stipulation for the contest that he ran to get the hip-hop act.
Does this guy have a fat fetish? What a weird thing.
I don't know. Maybe he saw them and he was like, oh, we're going to reshape this and, like, do this.
Reshare I mean, I guess it worked.
So it works. They become the Fat Boys. And so it's like 83. They are some of the first rappers to have an actual full album. This was their first album.
Wow.
And not a lot of hip hop acts had full albums at that point. I mean, we're talking about like Run DMC did.
Yeah. Well, again, you said it's just starting to be a thing, like late 70s. There might be a little inkling again, or even Rudy Ray Moore kind of with the rap angle more so. But
he was the guy. He's the godfather of rap. Some would even argue that, which we've talked about in length on all of our Rudy Ray Moore episodes, like Petey Wheatstraw and Disco Godfather. But there's also acts like Houdini and Curtis Blow. They all have full length albums. So Fat Boys were one of the first acts to really break into the hip hop scene like in a big way.
It's impressive.
Yeah. So Curtis Blow ends up producing them and a lot of their songs on their first album, and that's how they kind of key in their signature sound.
Okay.
Right.
Curtis helped shape it.
Yeah.
He's like the unsung member. A lot of times the producers, if you're not familiar with what they do, they are that guy doing a lot of the sampling, putting music together, getting people together that they think might work good together.
Yeah, well, RZA did. Yeah, exactly. And he got DMX, not that DMX, a different DMX who was doing samples and beats and shit for Run DMC. Okay. So he helps to put together some of the Fat Boy songs as well.
Smart.
Yeah. And then on top of that, with Darren Robinson, who was Buff, the human beatbox, beatboxing was a thing, but like it wasn't like in the zeitgeist yet. And he kind of pioneered the beatboxing in hip hop on this album. So
it was huge for a long time.
Like it was a big fucking deal that he was doing it on this album.
Definitely piqued a lot of people's interest, and then I guess everyone was kind of doing it at the end of the 80s, early 90s. It was very big.
Yeah, and he brought that style to like a broader audience, you know what I mean? So they're the Fat Boys. They have an album. They're trying to book them for their first U.S. tour, and this is in like 84. And they're trying to book them for Fresh Fest 84, which is like a hip-hop festival, right? So Stettler tries to get Coca-Cola to endorse the Fresh Fest again, but they like back out. They won't do it. So again, back to the Swedish thing, I wanted to bring it up because the Swedes are pushing a brand called Swatch.
You did mention that, like the Swatch watches?
Swatch watches. They're fucking huge in the 80s. Like
that.
everybody had a fucking Swatch watch, dude. It's like a big, big thing. I didn't live that, but my cousins did.
When I say I remember that,
Yeah.
I wasn't actually alive. Yeah. I mean, I was at the fucking last 2 years.
We were there, but like
I've read about this shit.
We weren't toddlers wearing a Swatch, you know what I mean? But my cousins would wore them and remember it and shit. We're going to talk a little bit about that on the He-Man episode when we get there, the Masters of the Universe episode. And
that's relevant?
That same kind of parallel of that time and how we just missed a few things, you know what I mean?
What did we just say about me not liking B movies? Okay, we'll get back to that one, Joe.
So a big thing about the Fresh Fest thing is the one guy that was producing it didn't, these were big acts like Dougie Fresh and all these other acts.
That was the other guy. Dougie Fresh was the other big guy with the beatbox.
Oh, yeah. They're all putting this like all-star hip-hop roster together, and he doesn't think that the Fat Boys are big enough to be on the roster at the time.
Right. I'm sorry. Every time you get big enough, they're not. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to instantly get. They're the fucking Fat Boys. I can't help it.
Oh, well, here you go. So to drum up.
On their bellies, obviously.
Yeah, to drum up hype, Stettler stages a fucking guess the weight of the Fat Boys, like all three of them together. Like what's their combined weight? So they do this at a Tower Records, and they have like all of these kids come and like try to guess the weight of all three Fat Boys.
It's so funny. It's like
the prize is 800 cans of Diet Pepsi. Not Coke.
Fuck Coke.
Because fuck Coke and $1. That's what they win. So with that little bit of hype, Stettler's like, okay, we got it. That like a few days later, he hears that the Jackson 5 are doing a reunion tour.
Right.
So
the timeline's getting muddled. It's like, when did Michael really break out? Okay, right.
Well, Michael's been huge.
Okay, so this got you now.
Jackson 5
broke up and cut back
We're talking
together.
about, Jackson 5 and Michael Jackson, the legacy of the Jacksons is fucking legendary. They goes all the way back to the fucking 60s.
60s, yeah. I guess Thriller's out. So.
Anyway, but the Jackson 5 are doing a reunion tour.
That's crazy,
right? And they're doing all, the I Want You Back and ABC and all that shit.
Just real quick. I have the best of Michael Jackson on my phone from like when he died. I bought it at the time, so it's just on my iTunes. Every fucking time I plug my phone into my car, the first goddamn song starts playing, and it's Michael Jackson 5 ABC. I hear you every fucking time I turn my car on.
Can you get that fixed? It's not the worst song to just turn on.
I just would have to delete it, and then it'll just play the next song. It's just every fucking time I turn my fucking
You just hear that fucking riff like forever, like in your sleep. Bump.
Oh, it's like my fucking Groundhog Day nightmare.
But that's on the radio?
I can't break it because it's my car.
Hey, woodchuck chuckers.
Oh, God. I don't know when we'd ever if we ever covered The Wiz. That's the only other time that would have ever come up. So I had to get that out
rules.
there. It is great, so maybe we will one day. Anyway, sorry for that.
Jackson 5's going on to a reunion tour.
I'm fucking lightheaded.
Stenton has his secretary write up a fucking fake press release that the Fat Boys are going to open for the Jackson 5 and sends it out to like all these news places.
What the fuck was Joe Jackson was like, what the fuck?
Who the fuck the Fat Boys? So they end up like getting asked to come on like Good Morning America and shit. So the Fat Boys like go on Good Morning America. So that's how they get in the public eye. So it was just all like a fucking ruse. And then because of that, the guy who's producing Fresh Fest is like, yeah, okay, we'll get the Fat Boys on. They can come on tour with us.
Very smart.
Yeah, so Russell Simmons is like, okay, the Fat Boys can come on tour. Let's do it. So the tour is successful, and the Fat Boys make more albums, and they end up getting a deal. They become sponsors of Swatch because of
In
that.
the process,
Because again,
Coke blew it.
Well, no, the guy Stetton knows the Swatch, and Swatch sponsored the Fresh Fest. So now they're sponsors for Swatch. I mean, they probably made a shit ton of money.
I would hope so.
And because of the Stick'em, everybody knew him for the Stick'em song. They did Swatches.
Oh, lean into it, right?
It's Swatch 'em, excuse me. Swatch 'em.
Swatch 'em. That's very different.
And like they did a whole commercial about it with using that song for Swatch.
Well, and people, if they like the Fat Boys, they were popular at the time. I'm sure it sold a ton of units.
Well, this also gets them airtime on MTV. People start to notice that they are actually really funny when they're doing these videos and shit.
Acts start doing commercials. They see the success the Fat Boys have. The trendsetters, you know.
And you got to remember, hip hop is just starting out, and they're not getting a lot of play on MTV yet. I think the only person who has a music video is Run DMC with
either them or Hammer's got to be it, right?
Yeah, with Rockbox, and it's like a crossover thing because you know that it's like the same thing they did with Aerosmith for Walk This Way, and that kind of blew.
That's why they did it.
That's what Run DMC blew them up. You know what I mean?
Again, another genius move. Some of these guys really had it figured out, man.
The Fat Boys would end up doing that later with the Beach Boys for Wipeout, and they would team up with a bunch of people.
Okay, that makes way more sense why the Beach Boys have a fucking cameo.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is the connection with Beach Boys?
So because of like all those ads and the videos and shit, people noticed that they were funny too. So that's kind of the segue into the comedy movies.
Comedy, okay, yeah.
So you got Crush Groove, which they're in, of course, but then you have like a full-blown Fat Boys are Disorderlies, starring in Disorderlies, and that's how we get there for the role of that. But they would collab, like I mentioned before, with the Are You Ready for Freddy, and they would collab with fucking, Robert Englund raps on the fucking track, and they did a collaboration with Chubby Checker for The Twist. They did a cover of that.
God.
Yeah.
Oh God, he's gonna fuck Chubby Checker, by the way. But yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
Come on, baby.
Oh my God, I could talk about that guy for a while.
Chubby Checker?
Vic Berger has gone on about Chubby Checker for years.
Really?
It's a whole rabbit hole. He's a fucking weirdo.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
well, maybe we'll save that for another time. When we do Purple People Eater, we'll save it for that.
Oh God, you're right. He dances and sings the song.
Yeah, he's in the movie.
I've seen the clips.
Yeah. So they end up breaking up in 1990. And Marky D leaves, and he does his own solo thing, and he ends up producing music for like early Mariah Carey stuff, early Mary J. Blige stuff. He's like producing for that.
Good job.
Yeah, and Cool and Buff try to keep the Fat Boys going with like their own solo shit, and they release an album, and it fucking bombs. You know what I mean?
Mark.
they won't get they're not signed to a big label anymore. It's like Ichiban Records or some shit. And they release it and it fucking flops. The name of the album was Mac Daddy. Buff ends up coming down with a respiratory flu in 1995, and those complications lead to him having a heart attack, and he dies from a heart attack.
Yeah.
He was only 28 years old.
And they did say, that his weight was contributing to it, but
I mean, he couldn't breathe. I mean, we're talking. He was pushing almost 500 pounds.
Yeah, he's big.
I think he was like It was reportedly like 450. I think
it's a shame, man.
That's a big boy.
Well, yeah, 28. That is insane. Anytime a lot of artists die around that age. Was it the 25 Club or something like that?
Something like that. Yeah.
Amy Winehouse and Jimi Hendrix and all them.
And that was all drugs and shit.
Yeah, this
was just like
weight. His health,
obesity,
I guess. Yeah,
which is unfortunate.
Well, especially when his fucking producer or whatever is telling him for a decade, you got to eat more. You got to eat more.
Oh, we're the Fat Boys. We're proud to be fat, and like we got to be fat because if we're not fat, then who the fuck are we? And that's kind of shitty.
Right. Yeah.
So then it's radio silence till about 2008, where Cool and Marky decide to reunite. So they get back together and they want to go on tour as the Fat Boys, and they want to release a new album, and they also want to release a reality show where they go on the search for the third member of the Fat Boys. So that I don't think that works out, at least not that I saw. I don't think that ever happened, but I think that fell through. But they ended up touring with Dougie Fresh, and Dougie Fresh filled in for Buff like on stage doing all the beatboxing stuff. So that would have been fucking cool to see. So they're together. They're together, and then like they're supposed to play Gathering of the Juggalos in 2012. But that that fell through. The ICP festival that they always throw. So that ended up falling through. They didn't perform that. And then in 2018, Marky D was having heart problems, and he was having chest pains and shit. And they were like, yo, you're going to need stents to clear the blockage in your heart. And before they were able to get him into surgery and put the stents in, he fucking died.
Right, like he waited too long.
He waited too long.
Both terrible to hear.
I mean, it just sucks. Like, it was preventable, you know?
Yeah, but, you know, unfortunately, talk about another rabbit hole we could go down. The healthcare problems in the United States of America.
Well, sure, that's
run deep. I don't care how much money you made at one point. Who knows? I mean, there's probably a lot of more details if you want to look for it that go into it besides just, you know, the generic Wikipedia explanation. Who knows? Maybe something else was going on. You didn't have time to get there, put it off, or like maybe it was literally out of nowhere. You never know.
It's also that thing where, like, I mean, you still see people do it today, especially people of that age, be like, oh, I'm fine. I don't need to go to the doctor. I'll be fine. And it's like, you gotta go to the fucking doctor.
I mean, we all kind of do it to some extent. You'd hope, God forbid, there's a medical emergency because you put something off. But
I'm slightly hypochondriac,
okay,
so that doesn't happen.
You don't
to me.
fuck around.
No, I don't fuck
I'm
around.
bad with that.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I'm gonna be a mark or buff, but yeah, you put that stuff off, and unfortunately, it was a bad end for them.
I've seen awful things happen to friends and family that have put off things or just like let things go, and I'm like deathly afraid of that.
Dude, I totally get it.
I'm only fucking 38, and I'm gearing up to have my colonoscopy already. I don't want to fucking have. I don't want to get like prostate cancer or colon cancer or something.
On that note, though, I mean, Cole's still kicking. He's doing pretty good as far as I know.
As far as I know, he's still living in New York doing his thing. I don't know if he's rapping or producing or whatever. I don't know what he's doing exactly, but he's still with us.
He's alive and well.
Yeah.
I wish the best for him.
Yeah,
he's funny
for sure.
as shit in this.
Yeah. Oh, he's so great.
I got to go back, like I said earlier, and kind of listen to the rest of their catalog because I like what I heard here. It's just I'm not as familiar with it. Yeah. But sad to hear all that, but I'm glad that they had their chance to shine, make all this material, these movies and albums over the years.
I like that we're still talking about them. I was really excited to talk about them, you know what I mean? And they do have a documentary about them, too. I think that came out around in like 2008 as well. Okay. So you can look out for that. So yeah, man, that brings us to Disorderlies. Do you want to plot crunch this?
Sure. So we have our titular Disorderlies. The Fat Boys are just these schmucks that work in the worst nursing home in America.
Fat Boys.
Yes, they have their own theme song.
Rockin', rollin' around the clock.
Joe's singing it.
There you go.
And there's this character in Florida who's basically, he's in the hole, and he needs to get some money fast to give to the mob, and he basically hires them because they're incompetent to take care of his rich uncle in the hopes that he'll cause they will cause his death. He'll get all their money, but spoilers, it doesn't work out for him.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't ever.
Maybe you should have actually been nice to your uncle and actually tried to help him instead of trying to kill him, is basically the moral of the story.
He should have called 1-800-GAMBLER. That's what he should have did.
And then there's a lot of like Three Stooges-esque, I would say, skits throughout this film, and a pretty fucking amazing music video as the Fat Boys kind of work with this guy and try to help him, and also Marky Mark's trying to get his dick wet. And I totally get it.
He's trying to fuck, dude.
But it's a lot of that. That's basically the movie. They're trying to work their way through the situation. A lot of comedy gags. The cops get involved.
Hilarity ensues.
Espionage. Comedy. Slapstick.
So yeah, man, you got to kick up the Fat Boys rock rolling, dude.
There you go, right off the bat.
But yeah, we're in Brooklyn, New York, and we kind of get this cold open to them at this hospital, which is Restful Days Nursing Home.
Pushing these people around, literally the front cover. They're doing it more so on the cover.
They're fucking racing they're racing each other with these old people in these wheelchairs down the fucking hallways and shit. It's great.
95% of these old people look like they don't like it. There's like a couple that are into it. They're like, yeah, sure, fuck it. What else we got going on?
They're fucking jamming with the old folks. They got the fucking beatbox on the thing, and they're fucking, just jamming, dude. They're doing their fucking thing.
Tell you that one old lady, that's got to be Granny Van Dam. She's in every movie somehow.
Oh, she's the one dancing with Buff?
There's one that's in the wheelchair that seems really into it. She's like, whoop.
Yeah, they're all getting down.
It reminds me of the old lady from fucking Wedding Singer that Adam Sandler's like friendly with.
Yeah. So they're doing all the stuff with the old folks. It's kind of like, it's a funny little montage, and then we go right to Palm Beach, Florida, and we get introduced to Winslow and this big giant sprawling estate in this mansion, which by the way was the Beverly Hillbillies mansion.
Oh yeah. From the TV show, right? Or was it the movie?
From the TV show.
Okay, yeah. Winslow Lowry, played by Anthony Geary.
Yeah.
I didn't see specifically anything big that jumped out at me that he was in. He's not a handful of things, but this guy, I swear to God, looked like Sting the singer. Got fused a little bit, but he also he got fused with Jeffrey Jones. I think it's the hair color, the mustache, and the powder blue suit. that Jeffrey Jones has worn in a few movies.
He reminds me of Jeffrey Jones after he becomes a dark overlord in Howard the Duck.
A little bit,
when he gets fucking fried and his hair goes like all fucked up. That's what he looks like.
You can see Sting also.
Oh
in
yeah,
there, right?
100%. Oh yeah, dude.
Interesting bad guy, kind of on the nose, stereotypical for the 80s. He's an asshole. He wants his uncle's fortune. I kind of already said it.
He just has a gambling problem, and it's like so bad. He's like he has
He's
no
at his uncle's charity event.
There's a charity casino event on this estate, and he's like trying to like win his money back. So he puts like.
But it's his uncle's fucking thing. It's his uncle Albert Dennison's fucking event. Like I don't. Again, it's a silly movie.
And the money's going to charity.
Right. I don't know what he was ever. I don't know how you even win an event like that to begin with.
I think he was just like fucking around, and like, why wouldn't you be pressured to like go spend the money again so it goes back to charity?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Charity.
Yeah, it's not anybody's gonna like win big and then you go home with it. That's not how that works.
He's got his little bitch boy assistant, or I don't know if it's supposed to be his boyfriend. I don't know. They don't ever flat out say it. There's just a lot of implied, like,
Tony Plana as Miguel.
He's a that guy if there ever was one.
He's a that guy. These two are definitely
having a
relationship together, and I think that makes it even funnier because it's like not
it's the unspoken thing.
Yeah, it's like the unspoken thing, but it's like no, this guy's like getting him drinks and like jerking him off at night. And stuff like that.
There's a part much later in the movie where they both like are like, you ruined my night, and they're like in the same outfit.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
I got the baby oil in my one hand, and I got this or whatever.
There you go, right? Exactly. Yeah. But that guy Milo, I think his name is. Yeah. He's helping him cheat at cards, and he's like looking at the dealer's hand in the reflection of the sunglasses.
Miguel.
Excuse me.
Yeah, he goes behind the chick, and he can see her cards.
But someone who's just having a good time at the charity event knocks into him and breaks the glasses, and that's how Lowry loses all this fucking money. And you're like, all right, first of all, like we said, the charity event, I don't know what you thought to gain from this, but this guy's clearly a fucking moron. That's the point.
Dude, he's absolutely broke. He's
He's got $14 in his checking.
He's a chronic gambler. He's on like his little computer, and he's like, $14 in my account, and the other ones are totally cleared out.
And meanwhile, Miguel's like, Luis Montana's here to see you.
Luis Montana's here to see you.
Yeah, it's like the next day or whatever,
This fucking Cuban guy comes in, and he's like, you owe me $640,000 fucking dollars. He's like, where am I gonna get it? He's like, oh, Louise, I'll have your money. My uncle's gonna die. He's really sick, and like, see everything. If he dies, I'm gonna inherit all of this shit.
Luis is played by Marco Rodriguez. Another guy's done a ton of shit. Yeah, nothing that I have particularly watched, but a huge list.
He's a fucking that guy. He's like a henchman guy.
He's also got a fake. Him and Lowry both like their mustaches are just penciled on.
He's very funny though. He's got good comedic timing.
Yeah, but he's like, all right, well, you borrowed $40,000, but. It's been a day. We didn't get paid back. Now you owe me
$640,000.
Like what is the interest on that? 600,000%.
And it's 1987, so I don't know what that is.
It's not 600,000. That was bad math, Sean. But yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
See, it's a loan shark. What did you expect?
He's like, oh, gambling's a disease, and he's like, yo, people die of diseases.
Yeah,
which is a great fucking line. It's funny as hell. But he's like, oh, look around. When my uncle dies, this will all be mine. He's like, wrong. It will all be mine.
Picks up this like ivory elephant. I'm like, holy shit.
Miguel's like, can I get you anything, sir? Can I get you another drink, cannoli? And he's like, I don't want a cannoli. No cannoli.
Oh yeah, right. The Italian jokes.
So funny.
And then we meet Uncle Albert. He's got all these fucking orderlies. He's like, again, these guys are more like the Three Stooges, but they're actually competent. Like the look of them.
Yeah, Albert Dennison is his name.
Albert Dennison.
Played by Ralph Bellamy.
We'll get to him in a second.
Okay.
I want to wait till he's a little bit more spry.
Okay, yeah.
But at first he's just in bed like a fucking mummy.
I don't think he talks until like, I don't know, a half hour into this movie. Yeah.
But Lowry knows these guys are working too good. They're never gonna let his uncle die. They're around him 24/7. So he's like, all right, we need to fire these guys and get someone incompetent. Get me the papers.
So orderly, the guy who talks to Lowry.
Okay, this guy.
Winslow.
They should think of Curly for Three Stooges.
Jim Jackman.
Okay.
Did you recognize him? Because I immediately recognized it. Who the fuck is that guy? He looks so familiar.
I think I just went right to Curly from Three Stooges and I just never looked it up. Who is he?
Asshole. Major asshole.
What is that from?
He's my cousin. From Spaceballs.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's an asshole too, sir.
Yeah, he's an asshole too. Right. His eyes weren't crossed. That's what threw me off.
He does a voice in The Brave Little Toaster. He's the lamp.
Oh, Oh, is he really?
Not the desk lamp. He's like the purple lamp.
Oh, that like intimidates them or whatever at one point.
Yeah, and he's done a shit ton of voice work for like all kinds of stuff.
Okay. Yeah. He was in one scene. I don't know why I jumped the curly. He sure as fuck didn't look like Shemp, Mo, or Larry.
No.
But yeah, then we go to the Fat Boys at the fucking nursing home working.
Yeah.
We do have a quick insert shot of Lowry looking at that newspaper, worst nursing home in
Yeah,
America.
he's like, these orderlies are too good. I need the worst orderlies in America. And like it says like the worst nursing home in history.
In history. But as he's driving up to the place, I don't know if this is the night before or before he arrives, but the fucking Fat Boys are in the kitchen.
Dude, they crack that fridge and there's all those fucking chocolate cakes.
16 chocolate. These are big cakes. These are not ho-hos.
They're huge.
Living up to their fucking name. Buff's putting his whole hand in one. Yeah, beatboxing.
They're fucking beatboxing and like they're all eating the fucking cakes and like
Mark and Cool are like, come on, Buff,
Mark and Cool are like, come
on,
get some of this cake.
But I love like Lowry's arriving like later in the day and the fucking whoever is running the kitchen's like, boys, he's like 16 cakes. How does this keep happening? They disappeared.
Chocolate cakes.
They disappeared again. You're telling me they just disappeared?
Joe Sakari is who that is.
Okay, he's pretty good.
Did he seem familiar?
Yeah, just a stare. It just seemed like another Italian guy.
He plays Ferrell in a gnome named Norm. He's the guy who makes the diamond deal at the park, who gets blown up.
I gotta be honest. I've watched that movie once for this show. 8 fucking seasons ago, so no, I don't remember that.
Well, he's the guy who gets blown up in the park when he's delivering the diamonds versus the dog.
Yeah. Oh my god, the MDU is real, folks.
Yeah. So this is what he was doing before he became the diamond dealer.
Yeah, before he had hit hard times. Right. Yeah.
He owned a nursing home.
Yeah. He was in charge of those chocolate cakes that kept disappearing. He got out on his ass.
He got out on his ass. He had to go out of business. So Winslow comes in to be witness of all these bumbling fucking idiots doing all this shit, right? Yeah. So he walks in and like they're like, where's the keys to the fridge? And he's like, I don't know. And like Buff drops him on the floor and like kicks him underneath the fucking
pick up those keys. Yeah. Pick them up. And like the old people are kicking them now.
Get under there. Go help them. And there's like these fucking 300-pound guys crawling under this little table. And he's like, get up. And they,
flying.
The classic, they get up and all the food goes fucking flying on them.
It's literally Three Stooges. Yeah. Like they watch a bunch of Three Stooges sketches or shorts, I should say.
It's the black and Hispanic Three Stooges. Yeah.
It is. Like that is a Three Stooges coded bit.
And like again, watching this as a kid, this is fucking hilarious.
I mean, dying as a kid,
I was dying as a kid, and it was still funny when I was on the rewatch.
The sex jokes you didn't get, so you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
There's not too many of them in there. That's why I was thinking about that watching the movie. I'm like, clearly this was made for Fat Boys fans. But I was also thinking like the comedy kind of is a little like it's very like
I don't think you need to know who the Fat Boys are for this to work.
I guess what I mean by that is it doesn't quite work as just for kids it does if you don't get everything they're saying, well, I'm gonna his dick, they talk about his dick and getting fucked and that. They don't really curse that much. I don't know. It rides an interesting line.
I don't think there's any cursing in this movie that I can remember. Is there?
Hey, son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, but no,
dick.
I don't think there's any
nothing, no
F-bombs.
fucks.
No, I don't think there's any
like
F-bombs.
That. I've just, I don't know. This is clearly directed at a specific
They definitely
audience.
say shit, yeah.
I just don't know who. It doesn't matter. People that like the Fat Boys are going to watch it regardless.
Also, it was like a softer rating back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that's true. PG was like, go watch Goonies. And exactly.
Go watch Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles. Oh, my God.
So Winslow's like, you're hired.
Right.
And they get on a plane to go back to Florida. Now,
Cole's mother.
This is fucking hilarious, man. Yeah. Joe Marie Payton.
Joe Marie Payton, who played Harriet Winslow on most of fucking Family Matters for the last season.
I think that was like midway through.
It was the last season.
It was just the last season?
Yeah, because it's a whole different thing to go into.
It became the Urkel Carl show.
They fucked her over.
Did you know that?
She was in Perfect Strangers originally.
Yeah, which I
didn't know that?
I knew she was in it because I watched Perfect Strangers.
She was the elevator operator.
Correct, but I didn't know that she was bridging the gap to Family Matters, and she essentially was like the main character.
Maybe we'll talk about it very quickly. Yeah, that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
She got the show Family Matters. She was supposed to be the lead.
Yeah.
After the first couple seasons where she still was pretty important, but clearly Carl was more important as far as the lead.
And Urkel.
Yeah. She stuck with it, being promised for years, you're going to get more important, you're going to be more important, and then finally was like, fuck this and quit.
I mean, I don't blame her. I mean, she made a bunch of money. So.
But that was why she did the show, is she was supposed to be the star of the show, and she lied to it.
Well, that's why I was like, holy shit, that was the bridge of the gap. I thought it was a Carl bridge in the gap.
Right, you would think.
Yeah. So she's there, she's Cool Rock's mom, and fucking funny as hell, dude, because they're all on the plane saying goodbye to
Oh
Buff
my God.
and Marky.
Buff's
and
dad is crying, or one of their dads is crying. I forget.
yeah. Buff's dad's
Like
crying.
they're never gonna see him again. A lot of good visual gags.
And Buff's mom is Linda Hopkins. She's like ranting on the plane, and it like struck a chord in my memory. She is the fucking woman in Leprechaun 2 who, when they're doing the tour and they come up to Bela Lugosi's house.
With Clint Howard?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she comes out and she like throws the water on the car and she's like, "We don't need you here, blah blah blah."
Oh
He's like, my husband's sick, but he ain't dead. And he's like, "Oh, I was Stella Lugosi." I'm like, "That's her." So I just thought that was so funny, man.
Huh. Again, MDU. What did we just say?
Yeah.
Great gag, and then they kind of this reminded me of Cool Runnings a little.
Kind of.
Not that they landed in the ice cold from Jamaica, but just change of environment. They don't know how to act coming from Brooklyn to Florida.
Oh, it's great though, because like before we leave the plane, Joe Marie Payton's like, sit your fat ass down in the chair, like you're not going anywhere, because Cool's like, "Oh, Ma, I don't want to go. Like, do I have to go?"
He's nervous.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny.
There's also this you're right, before we get off the plane, there's also this scene with this old lady who's like in between Buff and Cool.
And
they keep knocking her fucking hat off.
She's like squished in between these huge men, and there's like a call over the airplane thing, and the captain's like, "Oh, put your seats in the upright position," and fucking Buff like falls back on this old guy and like crushes his legs.
The old actors are pretty good in this. The little cameos they give some of these older actors, they play it up pretty good. Yeah, that old man's screaming.
It's fucking great. So they get to the airport, like Sean said, and they're like, they can't all fit in the car at the same time. So
get a second car.
So Cool has to fucking sit in the trunk.
That was insane. I was like, what are we even
driving
doing?
on the highway in the trunk. It's a good gag.
I didn't laugh at that one. I was like,
really?
I don't know. I was just scratching my head. Like, that's illegal.
You weren't laughing at that?
Again, this is when the Sean O'Rourke brain takes
Holy
over
shit,
sometimes.
man, you need to turn that off,
I'm just
brother.
like, well, this is stupid. Why didn't they get a second car?
I thought you would like be 100% like, that's goofy as shit, that's funny.
Wasn't into that joke.
Okay.
I don't know. I wish I did, Joe. I wish I was like, holy shit, them in the truck's great.
I'm sorry, I just can't imagine sitting watching a Fat Boys comedy movie and being like, that's illegal. He can't be sitting in the back of that
wasn't
truck.
literally doing that. I'm playing it up a little for the episode. I mean, I will say this. There was a long swath of this movie where I didn't laugh, and I was like, maybe I need a smoke or something. Is there just something I'm not getting?
Oh, you didn't watch it? Hi, I'm surprised.
And then I did, like, the last half hour. Maybe that's why I like the last half hour more, but I think there's also way more happening in the last half hour.
I mean, it's not the greatest comedy ever. I'll get to it.
I think there's just a lot of sections of this movie that is just them having bullshit conversations, which can be funny. Again, if you are a fan of the Fat Boys, but as an outsider who wasn't getting a lot of those inside jokes, that's why I mentioned specifically like a Wu-Tang or Three Stooges. I like them, so I feel like I could slip into it easier.
Okay.
Here, I was a little rockier ride. I feel like I needed to be a fan. It wasn't just, it didn't work as well as, like, I mentioned Cheech and Chong earlier.
Just like random people, you mean?
Yeah, I just feel like Cheech and Chong is a good example where I feel like you watch those movies, generally speaking at least, and you're like, oh, I could just watch this. I don't need to see all the other ones. They just enhance it.
Yeah.
This, I was just a little confused. I'm like, I get that this is the joke. I'm not trying to overthink
The joke
it.
is mostly that they're just fat and bumbling.
They're just fat. Yeah,
and
I don't
bumbling.
know. I'm not trying to overanalyze it, but that is the show to some extent.
So they get to the mansion and they're introduced to the staff.
That's a great part, actually. The white as hell staff. Carla's the only brown person. They're like, this can't possibly be the new stuff.
Oh my God, this is the new orderlies. Fuck.
I mean,
and we're just like, here, welcome to the new here's the new orderlies.
They also see one of them in the trunk waving at them.
Like, oh my God, what the fuck?
I do kind of like, though, when the butler showed him around. He's like, oh, butler, what the fuck? Well, we'll call him the super.
Yeah, he's kind of like a super,
Yeah.
But Winslow has this fucking dog, Chauncey, that like
oh, the Doberman,
he like comes and he like almost like rips Buff's pants off,
and he's like, "Oh, Chauncey, you missed me, oh." The dog has an interesting thread that goes through.
It's a pretty funny gag, and he's like, "You want to have one rule in this house?" The butler's like showing him through the thing. He's like, "We only have one rule in this house: don't touch anything."
Of course.
So
classic
of course they're
comedy
fucking
gag.
like touching shit and like doing all this stuff.
That was funny when he's not looking.
Yeah.
But then they bump Buff's big ass belly hits this fucking vase that goes flying, and a classic comedy scene. Which again, I think they literally did this joke in fucking Beverly Hills Ninja, and then he puts it back on the thing and he fucking knocks it over anyway. This time they don't, because that's not the point. They're just like, oh yeah, right, don't touch anything.
We get introduced to Carly here too. And like she's like walking upstairs and like Marky like runs past the butler up and he's like looking at her and shit.
Can't say I blame the man.
And like the fucking the butler like grabs him by the suspenders and he's like, "What? I told you, don't touch anything.
Anything. That was a good
This way."
gag. He's checking her ass out,
Pretty good
though. He
shit.
doesn't care.
Oh yeah, I mean we all are.
Buff and cool. I don't know, man. They're not asexual because later there's a scene, but they are so obsessed with food they do not care for 95% of this runtime.
Buff is like, please God, let Marky keep his dick in his pants.
That's one of those scenes where I'm
and
like,
that's when he walks into the thing and knocks the vase
And I'm not
off.
trying to be a prude when I bring that shit up. I'm making cum jokes on this show all the time.
Oh, I know.
I just was trying to.
They don't want to lose the fucking job, man.
Yeah. I just mean with the dick jokes. I was trying to gauge who this was for.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I meant by that earlier. But if it's Fat Boys fans, you could be fucking 5 or 100.
I
It doesn't
guess.
matter.
I think it's just general comedy
It's just
overall.
general comedy. Yeah. I was just thinking about Curly talking about his dick might be kind of interesting. But...
And my dick.
That was when he had sex.
Yeah,
Right?
oh, right.
First time. Wow, just lost the whole plot of this movie with that bad joke.
Are you giving me the double talk?
They made Albert. That's what it is. But they have the orderly outfits on that they wear like twice in the movie. Or the disorderly TM outfits.
Oh, there you go. So the butler shows them like this diagram on the wall, this fucking pill chart, and this pill machine that works by like
out of Star Trek,
by like music, and it's got like this. It looks like
the satanic piano. From
you ever play?
Dark Side?
Is it Sorry or is it Bobble or whatever? Where you press the fucking thing in it, like, and you
Boggle. Yeah, a little bit.
No,
right?
not Boggle. Bobble.
I don't know Bobble. I know Boggle.
It's got the dome, and you press it in it, like, and it like tosses the dice or something. Is it Sorry as well?
I don't know. It's a board game. Is the point.
It looks like that.
Jumanji.
But it's full of pills.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out its name and it'll all go away.
It looked like something out of like 2001 Space Odyssey. Yeah. They're like, you're going to hit this button, this button, this button, then it's going to flash, it's going to make a noise, then you don't hit anything, then it'll disperse.
That's the joke, and they're like, yeah, all right. And they're like, I don't know what the fuck he just said.
See, that I'm kind of into, this overly complicated medicine that no one without a law degree or a medical degree is going to understand. They're just like, all right, sure.
That's the joke.
Yeah. I love that kind of shit. Sign me up for more of that.
So they walk into like Cadby's fucking like room of death. There's like taxidermy all over the walls from Ace Ventura too. If nobody got the joke. So Albert's in there, and they're like, "Oh, this is Albert," and he's like, "Oh my god," he's like, "He looks like Yoda," and he like comes over and he's all like fucked up in the chair and like asleep.
And that was kind of funny. I just didn't get the Yoda reference. Like, when is Yoda ever in a fucking chair moving around? Did I just forget what happens in Return of the Jedi?
Because he's old, Sean.
I realized that once I overthought it. I'm just like, I would have used a different joke than Yoda.
I don't know what fucking planet you were on.
You've known me for 20 years. I don't know why you thought I wouldn't have any of these questions.
No, man, because like I figured this was right up your alley, man.
You tried. You really did try.
Yeah.
I was thinking of...
Yoda's never been in a chair. Why would
I
call
can't
Yoda?
help it. My brain was in overdrive on this one. I don't know. The Yoda line.
Man, he must have been on fucking coke or something.
I wish I was.
So
I wish I could have pulled it out of this moose's nose that Buff's pick. They love this part. They showed at the end credits too.
Great. So they come up to Mr. Dennison. He's like in the chair sleeping, and they're like, it's that shot where they're like all over the camera. They're like, "Hi, Mr. Dennison, how's it going?" And he's like, I'm in a nightmare,"
which I thought was like
so fucking good.
White guy being racist because black people scared him,
which would have been pretty funny.
Which was very on the nose. Yeah. But thank God it doesn't go there. But for a second, I was like, all right, so he's racist. How is this ever gonna work out? But that wasn't.
He's not. He doesn't say I'm being robbed. He's like, I'm having a nightmare.
That's in so many movies. Out of touch, old white guy. I was just like, okay, how are they gonna fix this situation? There's no coming back.
So that's it. They're like, introduce this guy. So they're outside. They're all good. Everybody. They're taking care of Albert.
Oh my God, this pool scene.
Yeah, they're all standing by this table, and Buff is like stealing the plates.
It was $1,000 plate dinner, Joe.
It's $1,000 plate lunch, and he's like, "What?" He's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Why are you taking them all?" And he like shows him the paper where
that's
it says
a good gag.
That's pretty
especially
good
like they're supposed to be from like a bad area, and like in this nice affluent
they're from Brooklyn in the fucking 80s.
But here comes the fucking March of the Wooden Soldiers shot. Fucking, they're like, all right, Albert wants to go inside. He's got this contraption he's attached to.
What even is this? It's like a fucking. It's like a crane device.
I guess so. You can kind of rock
to like pick him up and put him in his fucking wheelchair. Like
again, everything's overly complicated, which is the point.
It's great.
We'll find out. But yeah, the March of the Wooden Soldiers, Ollie on the goddamn dunker. He's like going over the pool. I'm waiting for him to get dunked in the. It never actually happens, unfortunately.
You watch. Yeah.
But all of them fucking fall in the water trying to stop this thing.
But it's so funny because like they go over and they're like they hook him up. They're like, "All right, Buff, hit it." And he's like, I don't know how to do this. And he just like pulls the fucking lever like as hard as he can, and it like picks him up, and he's like swinging him over the fucking pool.
Cool goes flying off the diving board. Buff's grabbing the wheel, trying to turn it. Then he falls onto like 5. They're dead.
He falls into the fucking pool. He tries to get out. Yeah. No, he's holding on to the thing. And Cool goes to grab him to pull him out, to like try to get out, and he's like pulling his fucking pants down. It's great.
I'm just thinking of Ollie. He's on the other side of the pool. But, you know, Lowry really fucks up here because Albert's already had enough.
Albert's like, I'm fired. They're fired. They almost killed me. What are you talking about?
Oh, please, Uncle, give them another chance.
Do it for me, Uncle, please.
This guy's an idiot.
And it's like, you're right. He could have just been like, Uncle, can I have the $640,000?
That's the funniest part of the whole fucking movie, right? If you think about it. But you kind of, on some level, love to see someone who doesn't even realize how bad their shit stinks.
Oh my god.
Get it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like there's nothing wrong with him.
He gets his.
He wants to keep gambling. He doesn't want to stop gambling. It's not like he wants to get help.
Oh, and like you said, maybe he has asked for help in the past, and the uncle's sick about. We never get that side of the coin. Maybe you said that off the air.
I said that off air because you're like, why the fuck would he do that? I'm like, well, maybe he's paid his debt so many times that he doesn't want to ask him again because he thinks he's not gambling anymore.
And it's when we find out how much money Albert has, he probably could have just paid it off no fucking problem. But yeah, Lowry's just like, I owe this guy money. He's gonna kill me. Shit. My plan is to kill my uncle with disorderlies, not just poison his fucking medicine.
Well, to make it look like an accident.
I know.
The easiest way to do that is to make incompetent people do it. But this is great because
classic movie trope.
They're all sleeping, and Cool's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like, this is not for me. They
get that flaming young.
They get that fucking dinner scene where they have like raw beef and some other shit. He's like, man, I just wanted a fucking cheeseburger.
Well, that's the puniest flaming young I've ever seen. I'm like, usually it's like, you know, like that
like a medallion.
Yeah.
So he's like, man, I gotta get out of here. And he's like, you guys are driving me to the fucking bus station.
But they take Albert.
Well,
they can't leave him alone.
Well, that's the goof because like they leave and they're in the fucking car, and Winslow goes in to like stab him with like some kind of injection. Like
they're asleep, right?
Yeah. He's like, they should be asleep by now. And also, Winslow's got like secret passages through the mansion. So he comes out of the painting and he goes to stab Albert with this fucking poison, and he pulls it back and there's fucking pillows there, and he's like, what the fuck? Next thing you know, the Fat Boys are driving around in a fucking Rolls Royce with Albert like asleep in the back seat.
Hey, only a Rolls man drives a Rolls, Joe.
only person who drives a Rolls is a Rolls man.
There you got it right.
Marky D is the Rolls man. Apparently.
He's the one that drives it. Yeah. They're picking girls up. That's what gets Albert's attention.
Oh my god,
wakes up.
Well, this is great because they pull up to these girls and they're like, "Damn, where'd you get this car?" They're like, "Oh, you want to ride? Like, hop in, girl." And they all pile in.
And Albert's like, take me home.
Buff gets out and lets the one chick in. He goes, "That's my friend, Cool Albert. He's into drugs."
Oh yeah.
And he's all fucking like passed out in the back seat. It's so fucking good.
So then, like, all right, we're taking Cool to the bus station. He's like, got all these hot chicks on. Oh no, hell no, I'm never leaving. And they cut to the skate rink scene.
He wakes up in the skating rink.
Oh, does he wake up in the rink? Okay.
He wakes up in the rink in the fucking chair, and all the girls are around him. He's like, what's going on? He's like, where the hell am I?
Take me home.
Yeah, he's like, take me home right now.
They also do this like Bugs Bunny shit throughout the movie where they have sound effects out of like cartoons. Yeah. That's also again where I'm a little confused about who is this aimed at.
Yeah.
Not to just keep beating that fucking stupid drum.
Well, again, like you would only get it if
you listen to a lot of Fat Boys.
No, you would only get it if you knew that it was a sexual innuendo joke. Like if you were an adult.
A spring?
Yeah. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah. Well, the girl sits on his lap and then he gets a little excited.
Yeah, they're like pushing the girls take Albert and they're like pushing him around the fucking rink.
But there's a lot of sound effects throughout the film out of like a Looney Tunes. People hit the ground and stuff like that. I don't mind.
It's like a Tex Avery cartoon.
Yeah.
And the one Asian chick's like sitting on his lap and he's like, oh, and he like looks and you hear like a fucking boing, pops a fucking boner.
How old are you? He's like,
oh, you want a tango, eh?
Yeah. She's like, when's the last time you felt alive like this? Before you were alive. And the whole thing is the Fat Boys.
Before you were born.
The Fat Boys are like, oh, well, you know, old people should have a good time too. And it kind of gets Albert out of his shell because he's just some asshole who's just dying in his fucking house.
Well, yeah.
On medication.
And he's been like told by his fucking nephew that he's like super sick and he has to take all these pills, can't do anything.
Which maybe he was at some point, but clearly well, again, we already kind of said it, but he's over medicated.
Yeah,
it's overkill.
Well, we'll get to it. So, yeah, it's just fun. It's just a fun scene, and like Buff's like leading a whole line of people like roller skating, and fucking Cool's like riding a skateboard and shit. So they have like a blast, and they end up taking Albert back home.
Does go on for a little too long.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
It is a fun scene. Yeah, like you said, Puff with the Congo line is pretty memorable.
Yeah, so they get back to the mansion, and he comes in.
Oh, they're like trying to sneak in.
Yeah, they're trying to sneak in and like kick a can or some shit. And Winslow's like, "Where have you been?
You ruined that scene we were talking about.
Yeah, you ruined my entire evening."
Fucking Miguel's got like a friggin' cappuccino he's drinking.
And Albert's like, chill out, Winslow. Back off, step off, homeboy.
Right now, he's all of a sudden he's like talking like them. It's like, all right, that was one where I was like, all right, this could be funny.
It's
if
fucking funny.
100 other movies didn't do this exact fucking joke. I guess who came first? Maybe Fat Boys.
They did it
out.
first.
Maybe they did, but I've already seen the other 99 first. So fuck me, I suppose.
It's still fucking funny.
I don't know. That trope's so played out to me. If I saw it when
then
it
never
came
watch
out,
another movie again.
I don't know. A white guy starts talking like a black person. I don't know. It's been done 100 fucking times. They did it in an airplane.
Yeah, well,
it's like the ultimate.
Yeah, speaking jive.
I don't know. It's not that it doesn't ruin the movie. I just like, okay, here's this joke again.
The point is,
now he's listening to hip hop. He never mentioned.
The point
it once.
is, he's loosened up, and he has the influence of the young Fat Boys, and
he's talking smack to fucking Lowry. He can't fucking believe it.
He's like, we had to go to the drugstore to get some special medicine. Step off me, homeboy.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny.
So Chauncey goes after fucking Cool and like starts biting him now, and it's just a fun.
Mark goes, he only likes the dark meat, and then he goes after fucking Mark.
Yeah,
too.
he's like, that dog's a bigot, man.
Yeah,
pretty funny. So Winslow goes to kill Albert again, and
second attempt.
Yeah, all the Fat Boys are like eating or doing something in the kitchen.
Buff is making food, blasting music, and he's breaking eggs all over everything,
putting fucking tea on and stuff like that. Yeah. And Winslow goes to kill Albert again with the fucking syringe, and then like at the last second, Buff comes in. And he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he throws the syringe out the window, and it stabs the dog and kills the dog.
Oh, that's some slapstick shit if I ever. And he's like crying. He's like, "I'm doing okay."
Yeah,
that's a pretty good scene. And Buff has no clue. He's like, all right. And then they cut to the fucking funeral for the dog. They stuff this fucking thing. And he's like crying. He's like, Miguel's like, he had so much life left in him.
And fucking Marky's behind him going,
oh, they're making fun of him.
And they're like making fun of him and shit.
Anyone that hates animal cruelty, even a dog biting the shit out of your leg, probably didn't like that, but I was laughing.
It's off screen. It was funny as hell.
I was laughing.
So they're playing poker, and they take all, and Marky takes all fucking Albert's pills out of the machine, and he's like, okay, the red ones are 100, and this is a 50, and blah, blah, blah. So they're playing poker.
That's a good gag.
And
Cool's kicking their ass.
No, Buff.
Oh, is it Buff?
Buff fucking beats everybody.
Okay, yeah.
And then the butler comes in, he's like, why is the door locked? Let me in here. And they're like, oh shit. So they panic, so they grab all the pills, and they throw them in a garbage can. And they let the guy in, and then Marky ends up going downstairs with the garbage can for some reason with the fucking pills.
Because he's got to get the pizza.
And he goes to get the pizza.
From Ray Parker Jr.
Ray Parker Jr.
10-second cameo, if that.
And he puts the pills on the counter, and like Carla ends up throwing them out.
Right. Well, and this is also the part 2 where Carla and him kind of finally have a moment to talk where he's like, yeah, I'm not just trying to like catcall you. He's like, yeah, I'm pretty into you. She's like, well, if you want to date me, instead of eating all this fucking pizza, you got to eat some greens. She hands him like a basket of lettuce and shit.
It's like Sprouts, yeah. And she's like, you gotta lose all that blubber.
And he carries up like the 10 fucking pizzas and the soda, the Coke, the Coca-Cola.
It got me so hungry, dude. I was like, fuck.
Oh, God, I was thinking, if you try to buy that fucking today, that's $200 easy. That's
200?
Like, I try like $50 back then.
It's probably way even, I don't know.
Even all planes, you're paying out the ass, right?
Dude, Domino's is crazy expensive.
Oh, and it was back when Domino's was actually good, too. Yeah. Well, it was good, then it wasn't good, then it was good again. Now I'm not so sure.
Like, I still think it's fine. I like
Last
Domino's.
time I got it, I had a major anal evacuation, so I think I'm on a break from it for a few more years.
I think it's fine.
But yeah, he carries it up there, and they're eating the pizza. They're all excited about it. They basically got like 2 or 3 pies to themselves.
What the fuck you eating, man? He's like, it's good for you. Helps you get sex.
Helps you get sex. And then
Cool's
Cool's
like, this will help you get sex.
Yeah,
and he's like, eat
food.
pizza and fucking.
I'd rather take the food and over that. Playing it up. But yeah, then he runs back down to grab
the
pills.
pill thing goes off. And they're like, fuck, go get it. Where's the pills? And he's like, oh, they're downstairs. I'll get them.
Carla threw them out.
She threw them out and like this fucking like trash compactor thing. They're all crushed up and fucked up. And he's like,
I was confused if I had to rewind that. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, what are they going to do?
He's like, Buff, you remember when your uncle had all those pills and like he took one for his blood pressure and that made him have diarrhea and he took this other one and it made him fart and all this shit. And he's like, and then they took them all off and then he was like feeling much better. He's like, Marky, where the fuck are the pills, man?
He's hoping that's what's going to happen,
and he's like, I lost him, man. Carla threw him out.
Yeah, they got crushed, and then they are just hoping and praying for like the next couple scenes. Like they're trying to fix the situation because Albert won't wake up now.
Well, Albert comes in, he's like, "What's wrong, boys?" And he's like, "You got my pills?" And he's like, Dr. Lewis said you don't have to take the pills tonight. We'll get them tomorrow, okay?"
Like, all right, well, doctor knows best, okay. But then, yeah, he won't wake up. It's like 2 in the
So,
afternoon. He won't wake up!
Well, so all night they're like keeping tabs on him to see if he's dead. They like got like a mirror under his nose and shit.
They tell Lowry he's fucking just about skipping down the hallway. He's like, I can't wait to call my lawyer.
Oh, he's dead? And he calls the fucking funeral home and he's making preparations for him.
As he does, fucking Al sits up.
He's having a spasm. And they like run over and they fucking like start jumping on him.
That was funny as
so
fuck.
good.
Because Buff jumps on him trying to give him mouth to mouth.
He's like, mouth to mouth, man, mouth to mouth. And he's like, ah.
Al throws him off and goes, how do you like it? He starts beating the shit out. I'm like, okay, that's pretty funny.
And then it's a good gag because the next gag, he's like, well, how's he doing, Doc? And he like walks out of the way and cools in the fucking bed because he got the shit kicked out of him by Albert.
And then the doc is like, yeah, I kind of overheard them talking. They accidentally threw his pills out. Best thing they could have done. Happy accident.
They bumbled their way into a breakthrough. He'll be out on the golf course in no time.
And Larry's fucking mouth hits the ground.
Fucking just all the color drains out of his face.
I love Al's like, oh, yeah, boys, you saved my life. He's like, oh, we thought you'd fire us. He's like, fire you? Never.
We're going on safari. We're gonna play polo. We're gonna fucking go have sex with girls from every corner of the earth.
They're wearing the polo uniforms. You know, and Larry, again, he still has to be a bad guy and it is a movie, but Larry, he's still being counted in the situation. Yeah. Al's like, it's like the 5 of us are gonna go do all this stuff, right, Larry? So Larry, even though you might not be getting your 600 grand, you're gonna get killed by this Italian guy. I guess that's what he's really actually worried
Cuban
about.
Guy.
Whatever the fuck he is. Louis, whatever.
Luis.
Montana. That's all he cares about, so I understand why he doesn't give a shit about what's happening. But if he could have been cut into this. Al's not thinking about Larry's trying to fuck him yet. He just thinks, hey, he's just one of us. He's with us on this journey. But Larry doesn't care. It's just kind of a funny little wrinkle to it all. Like, he could have had it all, but he's a shitheel, so he just loses it all. Yeah. But it is funny, too, in that polo situation. Fucking Cool's trying. He's on the horse. He's getting thrown around.
Yeah,
and Mark gets thrown off one.
Buff goes to get on the horse, and the horse just fucking lays down and like dies.
I'm like, yeah, this is some real rich people shit. Polo on the horses they're learning. Yeah, I think it's polo.
I mean, that's how you play polo. Is on a horse. Yeah. So then there's like a big montage here, and they're like jogging and like working out and shit.
Old man putting the weights up.
Old man's putting the weights up. Marky's on the fucking bike, and Carla's like jumping in front of him, and her tits are fucking bopping around.
Boing, 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 boing. The sound effect, and then Lowry's like the side profile with the statue, like.
Huh. Look at those hooters.
Well, he can't believe that the fucking uncle is in such great shape. He's about to get murdered by this guy.
Fuck. Then they're like in the pool swimming, and like Buff has like a big floaty on and all this shit, and like Cool is in like a fucking scuba outfit.
And again, Mark and Carla, they're not like dating, but they're getting chummy, or like you said, they're working out.
They're getting closer together. Yeah,
Mark at least looks like he lost weight. I don't know if he actually did, but they did a good job of making it seem like.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're all in their robes and shit, and Albert takes them to like his secret vault and gives them all like $10,000 bonds.
Lowry, like,
and he's like looking at him through the fucking skylight, and he's like, because it's like the vault is full of gold and like all of this shit, like solid bars.
That's what I'm saying. Just hey, Unc, I fucked up. I really screwed up. But yeah, like you said, he's also got a gambling problem. He's kind of screwed either way.
It's all the money that he made from trading places.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. And it's my bad. I said to hold off till he woke up. But Ralph Bellamy, a little late into talking about him, but prolific actor, Uncle Albert. This guy's in fucking Wolfman. I couldn't believe he's like the guy that shot Wolfman. He's in fucking Ghost of Frankenstein, for Christ's sake. Rosemary's Baby's the doctor. He's in Coming to America. He's in Pretty Woman. He's in like 100 movies. Going back to the 30s. Like, it's just kind of wild to see him in this. And he's hanging out with the Fat Boys, giving them money.
So Winslow's trying to plot again to like he hired these fucking guys, but now he's just throwing that all out the window, and he's like he's got to die tonight. We got to kill him. Meanwhile, the Fat Boys go into like Winslow's office, like looking for him for something, and end up like finding.
Well, that's where they find all the weapons.
They find the guns, and then that goes up, and then they find all like the recording equipment, and like
that was weird to me though,
and like a camera.
It was good for the plot. I understand why it was there, but I'm like, is Albert doing some weird kind of deals in here back when he was a little younger? Did Winslow have this installed? Like, I don't understand this Batman situation where it's got a recording device in the wall.
Oh, I'm sure that like rich people have that shit for like blackmailing people or whatever.
Richard! Richard! Creep show. That's
where he got it from.
You think he knows Albert?
100%.
The two of them, they trade tapes?
Yeah. They got that Radio Shack hookup.
Oh my God, he's in his Rolodex. Holy shit, it runs deep.
He's in the files.
How many people he's gonna bury Winslow like fucking Ted Danson? Well, that'll be the sequel we never got.
Yeah.
But yeah, they find this and then they're gonna record a music video. Why not?
They just decide to make a music video, and it's "Baby You're a Rich Man," so it's like a play on the Beatles song.
Yeah, I actually like this song.
It's
a
great.
lot.
It's great.
I do wonder later when he's showing the video to Carla how the fuck all the instruments are added, but let's again not overthink.
The music just starts, and they're like, "Oh, okay," and then they just do the whole video, and it's just like it's just a great scene. I always remember that.
I like Buff. He's like the guitar solo on a fucking sword.
On a sword.
That's pretty good.
Fucking Cool starts like dancing on the desk and then like ends up kicking the fucking computer and all the lights go out.
I don't know how that works, but for plot convenience, I'm fine with it because it makes an excuse why when the electronic guy comes, he fixes the computer. Now all the lights in the house work again. Okay, because that's how it fucking works.
Probably blew a fuse.
He fixes. Oh, that computer's fixed. Now all your lights work. Okay.
Yeah.
But the only reason that even happens is because they need this, again, because this is how cameras work in
the camera's still rolling.
It just turns back on.
No, it never stopped.
The power was off. They turn the power on, it starts going again.
It's not running.
It fucking auto focuses.
It's not running on a, what do you call it?
It's off of the electric, man. The second the electric goes on, it turns back on. They make a huge point to show it. So the whole thing is, well, now Lowry, because he's got to get caught. He's got to have this fucking important phone conversation. Again, it's a movie, of course.
Yeah.
Right where the camera was set up where they were recording the music video, and he basically spills all the beans. Louis, I need your help. We're going to kill my uncle tonight.
And like while this is going on, like Cool and Buff are outside, and they like look over the wall. They're like walking around, and they look over the wall and see these chicks like skinny dipping.
They're peeping Tom.
Oh my God, they're on this wall, and he's like, oh, look at that butt.
The Buff's like, God bless him. God bless
them.
That's pretty funny.
And like Marky's showing Carla the video, and they're kind of
trying to get busy.
Yeah, and this is when the Louise sends his goons to come in and like
they come into like a boat entrance. What the fuck was that?
I don't know what the fuck that was. It was like
the Batcave comes in.
Yeah, an escape hatch.
That was weird.
Escape tunnel.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, you guys are late." And then they pull out their guns and they cock him. And Miguel's like, "Well, maybe not that late.
Yeah.
Come on."
So Buff and Cool end up like falling off the wall, and they call the cops.
Wow,
and, like,
those girls hear him, right?
Yeah, and that's why the cops come to the mansion. So all at the same time, they come. Cool and Buff come running back to the house. The assassins are in the house, and the cops come. And they're trying to kill Albert, and Albert's like jamming on his fucking Walkman.
Again, he's a big Fat Boys fan. He's like, well, we've had these albums we've been trying to sell for years. Al, if you want to, you're our fan. Here you go. Here's a few records. He's like,
oh shit! Oh yeah, I like it. And they like shoot him, and like
he doesn't hear it.
He doesn't hear it.
That's a pretty good gag. Makes me think of Mars Attacks a little.
Yeah. So they end up finding the secret passage, Buff and Cool, and like they walk in on Marky like trying to fuck Carla. And like, what are you doing in here, man? And they're like
screaming.
They're like trying to hide from the cops are coming, and they're like trying to hide under the fucking couch and shit. It's pretty funny.
But then the assassins, they see the cops, they think they're for them. So it throws them off entirely also. But no, they just get their wires crossed. They don't realize that two different situations are happening concurrently.
Yeah. So the cops end up taking Cool and Buff, and they and they find like a gun like planted in their luggage, and like all the shit that they stole, and they were set up by Miguel and Winslow, obviously.
Yeah, Al's like, that's my trophy. Why would the guys do that?
He's like, they wouldn't do that. And they're like, we got him dead to rights there, Albie.
And then again, plot convenience, but whatever, Sean. Randomly, Lowry's tape which exposes him is just playing in the like. Wow, I didn't know Lowry came in. What is that?
Well,
what is that?
They're playing the video. And the video was still recording.
Oh, and it was just playing still?
Yeah, and
that makes more sense.
And the tape that he was playing was just that.
Right, at the end of the music video.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So they find out that Winslow was behind the whole thing.
I'll take that one back. All right, that makes sense, actually. Yeah, because then Mark comes in, that fucking snake!
Yeah.
And then they pull the guns on him. Like, well, you guys know too much now. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
But actually, before that, I jumped the gun a little bit because Mark grabs the fucking VHS tape. I got the evidence! Runs downstairs and drops it in the fucking open fire. Then they get guns pulled on
That
them.
one is a stupid one, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that is slapsticky as hell. I'm like, all right, fine.
So then Cool and Buff are at the precinct, and they get, like, questioned by the chief. And he's like, so you guys don't want to give it up, huh? He's like, you don't know anything. He's like, we don't know anything. We didn't steal anything. We didn't shoot anything with Mr. Albert.
We didn't do any of that crap.
We didn't do any of that. We're gonna have to give you a Florida lie detector. And he's like, what the fuck's a Florida lie detector?
No, they're in the
He's
back of the
It's a
cop car.
300-pound white man with a baseball bat, and they're like, "Oh fuck, we're gonna die. They're gonna kill us."
They're in the back of the cop car. This 300-pound fucking white guy comes out with the baseball bat, a fucking rope, some
Like a
bolt
clamp,
cutters,
a clamp. Like they're gonna fucking jack these dudes up.
Yeah, they're gonna give him the Ollie treatment for real this time. Dunk them.
So they're like driving, and I guess there's like dry cleaning in the backseat.
Yeah, why?
Because Buff like takes a hanger, and
Why did the cops put that back there? Well, you have these guys locked up in the back. Let me put my fucking dry cleaning back. All right, comedy movie, Sean. Stupid.
So he takes the hanger, and he ends up like pushing it under the seat, and he like presses the gas pedal, and he like runs into the guy in front of him. And it's like this guy with like an ISU like plate, and he gets out. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he like pulls out his like neck brace and shit.
The cops are like, "Son of a bitch!"
No. So they get out, and somehow
Cool takes the other hanger.
Cool takes the other hangers and he, like
Brooklyn style
puts them onto the fucking steering wheel while Buff is like driving the car, and they like drive this fucking car backwards from the back seat with hangers.
I was fucking dying.
It's hilarious.
I was dying laughing. Is the funniest part. I was sitting there. I was like, this should have been the whole movie. Just them doing shit like this.
I mean, they
Why
kind of
wasn't
do
there more of this.
They kind of do though.
Just the wacky antics. I don't know. I like the car flying around there screaming.
Oh yeah.
Just that was funny as
it's
hell.
It's great,
to me.
dude. It's one of the best. It's one of the best scenes of the movie.
Just the fact that was a genius idea. Driving the car from the back with coat hangers. Like I would have never thought of that. And luckily enough, they also have uniforms in the back of this patrol car. Maybe that's what the dry cleaning was for the fat cops. That's what it was, because they have uniforms. I don't know why they wear these uniforms.
It's pretty, well, because they're posing as cops, because they pull over the fucking guy from Cheap Trick.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, the guy
Rick Nielsen.
Rick Nielsen gets. That is true. That does happen. They steal his fucking car.
Like,
stay down there.
Yeah, there's something wrong with your odometer. He's like, get the fuck. He's like, stay down.
I was laughing pretty hard. I forgot about that. Yeah, but then they go to the mansion, and it's like stacked with security, and Albert. We have a scene where him and Carla get tied up. I forget what happens to Mark.
Well,
he's there with them.
They like knock him out, or I think Miguel like doses him with something to like make him pass out. And they're like, oh shit, they all have guns. So Buff and Cool like go get guns from the Winslow's office. They got like the Uzis and shit. So they got these guns, and Cool gets scared by a fucking grandfather clock and shoots the living shit out of it.
With an Uzi.
And Buff is like, what the? He's like, you're fucking sick, man. He's like, there's something wrong with you.
They have all the ammo.
He's like, drop
on
this
them.
shit. Yeah.
They throw it off. I'm like, all right, well that was funny, but kind of pointless. And then they get chased by the the bad guys.
Because they're gonna fucking kill somebody if he just got scared and fucking pulled the Ghostbusters on this clock.
That's basically what he did. You're right. But yeah, now they're kind of like looking for Albert and Carla and Mark. And the bad guys are just trying to finish off this idea of they're gonna blow up Albert and Carla and Mark.
Yeah.
But in the process, they're gonna take all the money out of the safe. And but the one guy's got to take it. Like, trust me, Lowry. Trust me. You'll get your cut, Lowry.
That's
but
the joke.
We got to blow it up. And Lowry's an idiot. You're right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a joke. He's never going to get a penny.
He's like, I'm just going to hang on to it for you. All right? Well, we can't show it. The cops can't show up with all the money. Somebody's got to take it.
So I got to stay here. He's like trying to put it in his coat. He's like, no. We all take it.
We got that.
Which is pretty funny. What an idiot, right?
Yeah, he's a fucking fool.
And even Albert, they're like dragging Albert along, and Albert's like trying to yell through like the muzzle that they have on him. And I think he finally gets like a one line off, like basically telling Lowry to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
It's funnier than just fuck yourself, but he gets one off on him. And then they're trying to get the fuck out of there while our heroes are trying to save the day. But they get chased also by these guys with guns, so it's not like it's an easy situation.
Yeah, it's pretty great. They literally use their weight and like crush these fucking guys, and then like Buff ends up like ended up knocking Miguel out with a fucking frying pan.
Oh, but they get this like glue all
they got
over
like
them.
glue. Yeah, we
it's
skipped
like
that part.
Stuck to his hand, and like Cool's got like a doormat stuck to his foot.
Yeah, because they like step on it in the closet that they're hiding in. Yeah.
That was a weird scene that I could have done without. But the frying pan to the face. I put your head to bed or something. He says and knocks him out.
Some shit.
That was funny. But there's this fucking fuse. This like 1,000-foot fuse.
Yeah, because they're gonna kill Marky, Carla, and Albert.
Right, blow them up.
They're gonna blow them up, and Buff and Cool are like running after the fuse, and they end up
it's like Bugs Bunny, man.
Yeah, they end up like jumping into the pool, and they create like such a big wave that it like puts the fucking fuse out.
Kind of love it.
It's great.
Kind of love it.
Yeah, it's great.
And meanwhile, Lowry thinks everything's kosher, like they got it all figured out.
He's like, we did it, and they're like letting they release Albert and Mark, and they take Marky out of there and everybody.
Well, he thinks because the bomb does go up, because it's delayed.
The fuse starts again, and they get everybody out, and then the fucking thing blows up, and they're like, yeah, we did it. Winslow's like, oh my god, we did it. We pulled it off. This is great.
I love like the last couple minutes of them trying to finish this deal. You just see in the background they keep cutting to like Al and all them escaping. They're just in the background like kind of catching their breath.
Yeah.
While Lowry's like, you gotta shoot me to make it look legit.
He's like, I'll be a hero. I'm wounded in battle, like from the kidnappers or whatever, the robbers.
Miguel has this tiny ass like pea shooter, and Luis is like, I'll do it. Pulls out like a Desert Eagle, like this massive pistol. He's like, oh no, like oh.
He's like, you want it done right, don't you? And he's like, use the little gun, and he's like, okay.
Because he can't convince Luis not to do it. Miguel already gave up.
Fucking shoots Winslow right in the ass. It's so funny.
Jumps up, oh,
and he like falls in the bushes.
And again, they're watching it. They're fucking dying laughing. The other guys pull away as you hear police sirens coming, and then Lowry finally, maybe hear the laughing. He finally notices them looking at him. He's like,
So everything's good. Happy ending. Everything's good.
We get our freeze frame. We get
the end.
The jump high five of all the characters smiling and laughing.
But then we get like the
credits
where they are now thing.
Oh yeah,
so,
80s did that a ton.
So Louise served 7 years, and so did Winslow, and then they both got out. Now they're gay lovers or something, and then they both served 20 years together.
Well, because they have another plan as the gag to get the money, and they don't go in. That's actually a pretty good bit.
Cool became a lifeguard.
Yep.
And he has plans to swim the English Channel. Buff went to medical school.
Okay.
And I got a degree.
Became an actual orderly.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Marky became a sex therapist.
Well, right. But the joke is it's like with his girlfriend only. It's he only does internal doctorate. I forget the term. It's a good joke.
And
private practice, I think he says.
And by the way, like Albert's narrating all this. He's like, and I married Nico, that Asian girl from before, and we have 4 kids and 1 on the way.
I guess she was at least 18,
I'm
right?
like, holy shit, Albert's pumping him in there. He's like Al Pacino.
America, baby! We haven't talked about that in a while. Him and Robert De Niro, the two of them, are still competing to this fucking day. Jesus Christ. Talk about bad grandpa.
So Albert's like, but the boys and I still make time to get together, and we go on safari every year. But we never make it there because they always fuck something up. Like the time we went into this convenience store and shot everything. Like they're shooting guns in this convenience store by accident and almost kill the fucking Beach Boys.
They're supposed to be going to safari, right? That's the Beach Boys cameo.
Yeah.
Mike Lover, one of them standing there with a fucking surfboard like,
oh, what's up? And that's pretty much it. And then we kick up the big money by cash flow.
Yep.
And then it's the end credits. And
the end credits with them.
And it's great because they're on like a blue screen, and they have like the Disorderlies like written on their shirts, and they're like,
they can't get it right.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's funny. Yeah, man. So that's Disorderlies. Where are we putting this?
I mean, I kind of already implied it, but this one was dumpster for me. I feel like some
you
people...
really didn't have a good time with this, did you?
And listen, I feel like there's something you already know, and we've talked about it on the show before, but I know people are going to say this in the comments. Just because I had a good time talking about this with my best friend of 20 years does not necessarily equate to me liking this movie, and I'm only saying that.
I didn't pick that up at all.
Yeah. You've known me a long time. We've done the show long enough, but I just feel like sometimes I try to like take the best parts of the things. Again, I did like parts of this movie. Don't get me wrong. Sure. There are definitely like a lot of this I liked. I just feel like I would have liked this a lot more if this was like a half hour or an hour long.
It's only an hour and a half.
Which I realize that as I'm saying it too. I don't know. I just think this is kind of too much, but what did I already say like 4 or 5 times in this review? If I was a Fat Boys freak, or if I was more into the material going into it, maybe I would let a lot of this shit go that I'm like complaining about.
I don't know what state of mind you were in watching this, but it's unfortunate.
Just the way my brain works, man. I don't know. I thought maybe you would understand more, but even this one's fucking me in the brain.
Sorry, I don't want to step on your final thought.
No, you're good. No, because I could kind of get where you're coming from.
I thought this was like right in
my alley.
Right in
you
the
wouldn't
pocket.
have suggested it otherwise.
You got funny as hell hip hop guys doing a Three Stooges basically comedy bit written by the guys who did Beverly Hills Ninja.
I know.
I thought you were going to have a good time.
All those boxes should be getting checked, but they're cross marks. I don't fucking get it myself.
But when we watch Beverly Hills Ninja, I'm going to grill you for all the stupid shit that happens in that
That's
movie.
Fine, because I think that's one of the funniest movies ever made. That's totally fine.
I don't know about ever made, but
it's my favorite Chris Farley. I mean,
I think it's funny.
I
think it's funny as hell. I'm just saying.
Tommy Boy probably still better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, definitely do that.
Yeah.
You should do that. I don't know, man. This is definitely one when I am saying dumpster, you should watch it. If you're a Fat Boys fan, you've probably already seen it.
Or
But
even
if
if
you
you like
haven't, I don't know what you're waiting for. This is right up your alley.
Yeah. Or even like 80s comedies
80s
on the
comedy,
whole, yeah.
especially like, I don't know. I like. I don't want to just keep going back to Wu-Tang because I guess it's the hip hop connection is why I keep saying
it's your
that.
point of reference.
But like, I like How High. That's really funny. I get that's just Method Man and Redman, so it's technically not the same thing. But like, that's kind of in this vein. I don't know. It just didn't click for me, man. I would love for it to. I don't come into any of these episodes hoping, man, I can't wait to hate and shit on this and make Joe feel bad. And
you're not making me feel bad.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not. I just want to make that clear. So I did have a really good time talking about it. Hey, if this was on again, I wouldn't be like changing the channel or anything. I just I kind of wished it was more up my alley. Maybe that's why I rate it lower than I would otherwise because I was a little disappointed. I guess maybe that's also part of it. Maybe a rewatch down the road. Not rushing by any stretch. Maybe after I watch a few of their other movies, maybe that itch will be eventually
check out Crush Groove and see if you like that. I don't know.
That sounds maybe more interesting to me from a I was gonna say a lore perspective, history perspective.
Yeah, well, it's not like
literally the truth.
Literally the truth. It's like a fabricate. You know, it's
I like that kind of stuff though.
Dramatization, I guess.
I don't know, Joe. You're right. What the fuck was wrong with me? I said I even smoked a little to see if that would help. I did a little, but I didn't want that to just.
When you're coming at me with why would they call him Yoda because the Yoda never sat in a chair, I gotta be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm still confused about that joke. I really just don't get that one. Even in fucking the fourth one, he was a fucking puppet. He was still not in a chair like that. But
it's not because he's in a chair.
He looks more like the guy from fucking Leprechaun 4.
Because he's old. That's why he said Yoda.
No, yeah, exactly. Could have said Obi-Wan for Christ's sake. Maybe I would have got it more. I don't know. It was the guy in a chair. Over my fucking Stephen Hawking. There you go. Yeah, no. Totally harmless. Just not a Sean O'Rourke movie at all.
This one's on the shelf, dude. Yes, I have nostalgia for the Fat Boys. 100%.
Sure.
I love watching them on screen. I think they have a great presence. I think they're really funny, and they're just fun to watch in general. Just interact with each other, and especially when they're dancing around and when they're singing and shit.
That's the best part.
Yeah, those are the best parts. But I think the comedy. I mean, for being they're not really comedy actors. They're not even actors.
That is true.
They're rap artists, you know.
And
what I mean?
maybe that's just part of like my brain where I have problems with some of these B movies where I'm like, I get that this is on a certain budget and this isn't necessarily their expertise. Not always, but in this case,
and it was like a $5 million movie.
I just I don't know, that bad acting just throws me off. I don't even care if it's they're a bunch of hip hop artists. What do you really expect? It's just I don't know. Part of that just my brain can't get past that. I don't know.
Well, I was saying. I don't expect them to be as good as they are.
Yeah, you're right though.
Just because of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know. I like their whole vibe. I've always liked the Fat Boys my whole life. I used to watch this a lot as a kid. I listened to the Fat Boys a lot in high school. I just love them. I think I want to like hang out with them every time I see them. And it's just like a good. It makes me feel good. Like even like the whole montage of them like in the nursing home and shit. Is great, and I don't know. I think it's a by the numbers comedy, and yes, you're right. It is like a cliche-esque comedy. It's not the best comedy ever made by any stretch, but I think it's a fun time and a fun way to kill an hour and a half for sure. And especially if you like the Fat Boys, you like 80s, you like the Fat Boys music, like hip hop, shit like that. I think it's fun to watch.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get what you're putting down. It's just some of these movies. Hey, listen, there's a lot of movies I like that people don't like and vice versa. Sure. So I wish I liked it, but not this time.
Hey,
Joe.
that's cool. And like I said, I mean, it's not the best comedy ever. I mean, I'm not even gonna compare this to anything by Chris Farley or anything like that because I don't think it's there. But they're not the same type of thing.
No,
Are they fat guys? Yeah, but they're hip hop artists. They're not actors. They're not necessarily comedians. They're just kind of being themselves, which I also appreciate because they're like unapologetically themselves.
It does make me wonder, and you've brought it up in the past. I think it was the ICP. Don't they have a couple movies or some shit?
They do.
I would like curious as a point of comparison.
I'd like to talk about them at some point. Big Money Hustlers.
Yeah. Because you've brought that one up over the years. Just other people in a similar situation. Like I don't know. I think a weird curiosity of mine.
I think if you can get past ICP, because I know you have beef with ICP for whatever reason.
I don't have a beef with ICP. I just think they're corny. Them personally, I don't have a problem. The Hatchet shit is just stupid to me.
Well, that's their shtick.
No, I know. They're just telling you. I'm
telling. No, totally. But like that movie's funny, and that has like Johnny Brennan in it and Harlan Williams and shit. So it's a pretty funny movie. But I mean, it's a lot more crass and kind of this isn't. This is more like tame.
Yes.
This is more like family friendly kind of comedy
for that era.
Yeah, 100%.
I get Goonies, the fucking whole thing with the penis point, rated G.
This is just one of those things where like the Fat Boys were huge at the time, and they were kind of funny, and somebody said, "Oh, we could probably make money on them doing a comedy,"
and
so they did. Yeah,
they did.
There wasn't another one, that's for sure. It was
Yeah.
just this, where the Fat Boys star in it and like are the main characters essentially.
Yeah, but I'm sure they got residuals of those other movies, and they were still putting out albums.
But like they have
years.
more. It's more like bit parts in Crush Groove, and there's like a couple other movies that they're in, but they don't have like huge parts.
Right, I got you now.
Yeah, but I'm glad that we got to talk about the Fat Boys and kind of the history of the Fat Boys and stuff, because I think they're a huge important part of like not only the hip hop but black culture in the 80s and going into the 90s. So.
And if we're gonna come at those kind of topics from the movie angle, this is the way to do it. So yeah, exactly. When are we get another chance to talk about the Fat Boys? There aren't many more left out there,
I mean, that's kind of it. Unless we talk
yeah.
about Crush Groove, and that would be like the hip hop scene as a whole,
right? They would be more tertiary in that example.
Yeah,
but
they're
a big part.
They're a big part of it, and yeah, I love them. So that's why I wanted to talk about them.
I'm glad we did, honestly.
Yeah.
Even though I walked away with the reaction I had, I'm glad I watched the movie. We had this conversation. I learned a little. I have some more albums I gotta fucking check out now because, like I said, I like their music from what I heard. So they made a fan of me. So again, who's to say I won't like it down the road?
There you go. Maybe you might come back and be like, you know what? That Disorderlies was kind of funny.
This time I actually smoked a whole before I put it on
to your
I
fucking
really
face.
Yeah. Shouldn't be a barometer for if a movie's good or bad, but I could see why you would say that.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want some more Movie Dumpster content, you can head over to patreon.com/Movie Dumpster. You can get an ad-free audio version of the show for only $2 a month, and you can get some other great stuff at the $5 and $10 tiers. We also have a YouTube membership program where you can get some of the stuff from Patreon, but not the physical stuff that you get from Patreon. So if you want to sign up for either of those things, help support your favorite show.
And if you're watching here on YouTube, please like the video and share it, and subscribe if you're not already. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast app, leave us that review and the 5 stars and a thumbs up if you got the time. It really does help grow the show, get it into more people's ears, eyes. Yeah, there's a joke in there somewhere, and everything in between. And only you guys doing that can help us. We really do appreciate that.
Yeah, reviews always help, and they're free. But if you want to spend some money, you can head over to MovieDumpsterPodcast.com. We got hats, shirts, stickers, all kinds of good stuff that you can help support your favorite show.
And remember, whether it's 10 pizzas or some sprouts, you got to get some sex.
So that's it. That's Disorderlies from 1987, directed by Michael Schultz. I'm Joel Escola.
And I'm Sean O'Rourke.
Thanks for visiting the dumpster.